Stars make every player on the team better. Michael Jordan, his ability to challenge himself, his natural ability physically of being able to play with such great energy, his intelligence, basketball intelligence, all those things I think were remarkable. I enjoyed coaching Michael Jordan because he had a respect for coaches and he had a desire to play at a peak level, and he's willing to follow instructions without, wanting to over-dominate the game. Even as a young player, there were times in the fourth quarter where he would make up the difference in a ball game on his own. I had to bring Michael in my office and say, Michael, when's the last time someone who led the league in scoring won a championship? Thought about it a bit. He said, Rick Barry. I said, yeah, that's right, in the 70s. But it's very rare that person that wins scoring championship is also on a championship team. So one of the things we're going to do is we're going to move the ball around and we're going to take the spotlight off you all the time and involve the other players on your team. He said, oh, you're going to have that equal opportunity offense. Well, what's going to happen when the 24-second clock gets under 5 seconds? We'll coach the players how to get the ball to you in that particular time so you can activate the ball. Save that terrific scoring ability for the fourth quarter. He laughed, and he accepted the responsibility. And the other thing that we did is we moved him from a guard to a forward position. We really wanted to win the series in Chicago, Game 5, and we lost this game, and we flew out to Utah to play the 6th game, and Michael said, we're going to end it tonight. You guys get ready for this ball game because we're not going 7. Going into the game, we kind of knew what we had to do to win the game. You had to play close, but come out and win the game in the last 5 minutes. The timeout that I did take with about 40-some seconds to go. That was the key, because knowing Jerry Sloan and having coached against him many times, I knew that if we could go down and score and make it a one-possession game, that he wouldn't call a timeout. We'll run the open. Dennis will, run a pick or set a pick or slip a pick, depending upon what Ostertag does. And Michael, you can double back on Malone if you have the ability. You saw the crowd rise behind that whole activity. You could see the anticipation that they had that this was a crucial moment. Michael changed the idea and pulled up for the jumper instead of taking it to the hoop and finished it. We called that season The Last Dance, and I thought, for an ending of a career, there could have been nothing sweeter than what Michael had just done.
All right, fellas, let's get on the box quickly. Do what we did last time, take a shot.
What time is it?
Game time! Hoop!
Every great plot has its twist. Game 5 of the NBA Finals was no exception. In fact, it may have shifted the momentum in this series. Michael Jordan was hitting the back of the rim all night. Meanwhile, Karl Malone finally found his rhythm, 39 points. And he had help, most notably from an unlikely source, forward Antoine Carr. Called upon in the second half, Carr had 5 attempts from the field. He made all 5. Chicago couldn't close it out at home. So we're back in Utah for Game 6, coming up next.
In a lovely evening view south over the Utah State Capitol building, here in Salt Lake City, Utah, a spectacular setting for tonight's game. We now go over to Dan Roberts, the PA announcer for tonight's game.
Good evening, fans, and welcome to the Delta Center for game number 6 of the NBA Finals with the Chicago Bulls and our Utah Jazz. And now, introducing the starting lineup for the Chicago Bulls. Wearing number 13, the starting center at 7'2" from New Mexico, Luke Longley. On the guard line, number 9 at 6'6", from Miami of Ohio, Ron Harper. Wearing number 7, starting forward at 6'11" from Croatia, Tony Kukoc. Wearing number 33, starting forward at 6'7" from Central Arkansas, Scottie Pippen. And at guard, number 23 at 6'6" from North Carolina, Michael Jordan.
Welcome everyone to Salt Lake City, Utah for Game 6 of the NBA Finals between the Chicago Bulls and the Utah Jazz. Alongside Clark Kellogg and Mike Fratello and our sideline reporter David Aldridge, I'm Kevin Harlan. Coach, the Jazz need to win 2 in a row, but these rabid fans trying to will them to the finish line.
And if they win tonight, Kevin, Game 7 would also be here on their home court. So this crowd could have a decided impact on the final outcome.
And in the first 2 games here in Salt Lake City, Clark, Jordan and Pippen, Kukoc also, combining to go 4 for 23 from 3. It's unheard of.
It really is, Kevin, and the Jazz with a bit more size and strength inside, it sure would help Chicago if they can space the floor a little better tonight and knock down some of those perimeter shots.
It's a long way. He kicks it to Harper. Jordan dishes to Harper. Shoots from the baseline, and there's Michael Jordan, the assist by Harper. Game Malone said he wanted to attack the paint early.
That's right, looking to put pressure on the rim and, if possible, get Rodman and Longley in early foul trouble.
It's good.
A big
kicks it to Pippen. Right side, Jordan. And here's Harper from the arc. Drills the three-pointer. And a
Pippen hurt his back in Game 3. He did take an injection yesterday. He did electrical stim, iced it, had ultrasound.
11 boards, 11 assists, and 3 steals. Can he find a way to impact the game tonight?
Like he did in Game 5, you're right. Jordan against Hornacek. Whistle blows, basket is good. So a chance here for a three-point play.
I think the defense gave him a bit of a gift there. I mean, he got all the space he needed to go to work.
The Jazz making a switch here. And the baseline jumper, no good.
And the Bulls limping to the finish. You wonder, do they have enough left to get it done?
There is a toll to playing into June year after year. A lot of challenges to reach this point.
Morris. He's guarded by Harper. Jordan with the steal. Pass to Harper. Here's Jordan. Defended by Anderson. The Bulls with the finish line in sight. And so it's Chicago in the driver's seat. Up 8 points at the end of the quarter. And they've done a phenomenal job down low. So many of their points coming right at the rim. Back to the action in just a minute. To close out the Jam. But do they have enough left in the tank to get it done?
And these Bulls have to feel like the time is now to close out the series. They do not want it getting to a game.
Critical, since very few teams have been able to win a finals Game 7 on the road.
And you know what, Kevin? If it got to that point, all the momentum would be with the Jazz having battled.
So, Mike, the mailman, Karl Malone, as intended, doing damage inside.
The Bulls lack anyone who can really slow him down in there.
Yep, that one goes. Pass to Malone. And stolen by Jordan. Here's Rodman. And then Rodman with the dunk.
Look out now. The Worm said, I'm not staying on the ground. I'm taking flight. 4 of their last 5 on the road. They know they've got to get busy and handle their business now.
To the inside. And Pippen slams it in.
Great.
And the Utah Jazz, Mike, the last 2 years, the best winning percentage in franchise history.
Top 2 in the league.
This coach getting it done.
Every step is a challenge with that back pain, but he's gutting it
The
out.
Bulls leading by 14. To the middle. Here's Kukoc. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
That momentum right here.
Well, that play right there, that'll fire up your teammates.
Hey, they're still competing.
Now, here's Pippen. 6 points for him. Right on the bucket.
And the Ute.
From deep. It's hauled in by Longley. And in this MVP battle so far, Michael Jordan is coming out, I think, Coach, on top.
Yeah.
So far, fairly one-sided. Bulls lead by 16. Stay with us, folks. We'll get back just after halftime to start the third quarter. Chicago leading by 16.
And not just Scottie Pippen dealing with a bad back. John Stockton also dealing with back issues.
Three-pointer, Kukoc. One more half between the Bulls and a forever legacy. Yep, it counts.
Hey, height is just a number when you play with his tenacity and force inside.
An absolute fearless approach by him to get the score.
Kerr's shot is good. And apparently over Kerr. Rodman with the rebound. You know, Mike, this is pretty amazing considering how banged up he is, just how effective Scottie Pippen has been tonight. Longley's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Bulls moving the ball around. Kukoc from outside. They grab their own miss. Rodman, and he drops it in from the low post.
Well, job holding their own on the glass.
Hornacek against Pippen. Another shot, and the layup is up and in. Pippen's got 8 points.
Hornacek doing a good job finding his open teammate.
The Bulls leading by 22. Inside, and finished off by Longley.
And you look
at Utah now, following the miss by Michael Jordan. And they double up Jordan. There's the triple. And the shot's good from Bushler.
And an easy call for the officials there.
Yeah, don't argue that whistle. Pretty obvious.
And the Bulls making a change here. Jordan is having himself a game. Wow.
Outplaying Karl Malone to this point. The Bulls getting the better of that superstar matchup.
He had the eye of the tiger there. You could.
6 on the shot clock. He feeds it to Malone. Stolen by Rodman. Jordan inside. The shot's good on the assist by Pippen. Malone's got 6 in the quarter.
Boy, Malone has a deadly jump shot, especially from the mid-range. Doesn't get any better watching him knock that down.
The shot's good from Jordan. 18 points in the game.
You got to appreciate Malone's readiness on offense. I mean, he's always in attack mode and prepared to knock down his shot.
And so it's Michael Jordan. Shot from 12. Steve Kerr comes up with the rebound. And Stockton at this point has played more playoff games, Clark, than anyone in NBA history without winning a title.
Reminiscent of his teammate, Jordan's flu game in last year's finals, doing whatever is needed.
Yeah, good comparison. Pippen for 3. That's good. And so Kerr with the assist. Rodman's got 6 rebounds in the game. Kukoc dishes to Jordan. Yes, that goes in. Jordan's got 39.
Down the street. He couldn't quite convert. Almost had the and one.
Physical defense, making him earn it from the line.
That one falls, so hit. Shot clock at 6. And Kerr pulls it down. So it's Chicago now. Here's Jordan. That's good. And so Kerr with the assist. Morris passes to Foster. Rodman with the defensive effort. And here are the Bulls now. Jordan is doubled. Outside, Rodman pulls up, high post, and there's Jordan. That's good on the assist from Rodman. And the Chicago Bulls win their 6th championship, completing a second three-peat. Without question, Mike, one of the greatest dynasties this league has ever seen.
6 championships in 8 seasons. A decade of dominance. The 90s have belonged to Michael Jordan and these Chicago Bulls.
And this title run for the Bulls, arguably, Clark, their most difficult, with age and injuries and even some palace intrigue. But for the moment, merely jubilation.
You covered it all there, Kevin. What a remarkable run. And now we'll just have to wait and see whether they decide to run it back one more time. This very well, though, could be the final chapter